What's your name?
My name's Becky.
Hi, Becky.
That's Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. How are you? And what do you do?
We work for AmeriHealth.
Oh, wow.
AmeriHealth Caritas, and we teach mental health first aid to every employee in our organization and outward facing.
Yes, that's amazing.
And it's come into our school districts this summer.
Wonderful. So we're all pals.
Yes, we
Yes.
are besties.
Besties.
We are best friends.
Besties, yeah. All right,
I love Kevin Hines. Fangirl.
Say, it's great to be a part of the healthiest social media family in the game, okay?
It's great to be healthy a part of it.
It's great to be a part of the healthiest social media family in the game.
It's great to be part of the healthiest social
Media
family.
in the game.
In the game.
In the game,
Can we take a picture?
Let's do it.
And a lot of people thought that.
Yeah. He's still suffering from bipolar. This jump didn't take that out of his system. All it did was, crush his vertebrae and break his ankle.
The other day, I walked into a room with 5,000 people in the back, thinking that all of these 5,000 people are all here to kill me. And they're going to choose by the end of the speech which one is going to end me, and they're going to do it while I'm on stage. And my mind just went low. They'll get a good message before I die. It's not like this all the time. Like you see the bullhorns over there, everything is dangerous. Everyone is out to get you. Everything can hurt you. It's just part of the deal, man.
His mental health issues and brain health issues and chronic suicidality are real, and he actually goes through something, whether it's mania or depression or paranoia or suicidal ideation, something every day. There's something. But because he is taking care of his wellness, he manages it so well. He has a support system, me, our friends, our family, and he knows that he's always in a safe place. He's able to come out of that paranoid situation, depressive situation, much quicker than a lot of people that have his diagnosis. What the hell? Okay, that's enough.
What's it been like loving someone unconditionally with bipolar? We hit it off, and I looked into your eyes and I knew this would be my life. I knew you would be the rest of my life.
I didn't know that.
Well, you didn't know that because you're blind.
That is the Margaret Hines. I don't know if she's in here.
Not here.
But if you haven't met her, you're in for a treat. We have a booth there. She's the one that keeps this whole operation going, ship afloat, sails flying, and whatever kind of other metaphors that you could come up with. But yeah, as you've seen that, there's lots of things that are inspiring about Kevin, but the fact that he powers through and still dealing with the symptoms that often keep so many people debilitated or homeless or in jail, and because he's really willing to put in the work necessary for his recovery, as well as having that amazing support system, he gets to help as many people as he does, and it's really a great family affair in so many different ways. So we wanted to show you one more clip, and then we'll bring up some of our panelists, because I think they might be in this clip. Pretty sure. No. So we'll just show you one more clip, and then we'll get into a little more chatting. Yeah, we do. Oh. All right.
I think that's part of our aim as Team Ripple, is to get the voices out there and not sugarcoat it, get it on the street, get it out to the people and let them know there's hope out there. And we've all trodden the path as well, but we've all come back and we've got a story to tell. And by us telling our story, we can help you with your own. I'm Evan Atcon. I'm here to cause trouble. We're here to bring the voice of suicide prevention from Australia to America and show the world that we've got stuff to do.
It's going to be a real eye-opener for me because I know Americans don't take their conferences lightly.
This is the big one. This is the National Council
Yeah.
for Behavioral Health. It's a place where 5,000 to 6,000 behavioral health professionals come together to listen to some of the greatest minds in the field of brain and behavioral health.
Greg Van Borsum, Lauren Green, Patty O. Lawson, my friend Joe Williams. This is a portion of Team Ripple Australia that have kindly made their way to America to share their stories.
I always say that we're all part of a big dysfunctional suicide prevention family. You know, and I always say we get shit done. You know, we're all about action, and I think that's what's really exciting. We all help each other out. We're all doing amazing things, and we're all doing different things.
There are people that are saying they do stuff, but then there's people that are actually doing the changes, and I commend you for putting us all together. Joey, myself, Greg, Patty, Lauren. You know, we're all trying to make changes.
You know, we're trying to save lives. We don't want people to go through what we went through. And what I say to people is, though, if I could go back and change it all and go back to the minute before my brother died, I would. And it's okay for people to want to do that.
This is one of the biggest things I've ever done, and saving lives is one of the best things you can ever do, and it is the best feeling you will ever achieve. Closer to being married and having 2 beautiful children.
On the surface, I look like I'm smooth and everything's good. But up here, everything's still going mad. So I put in simple practices into my life on how to manage my life certain ways. I go and I deliver these practices to schools right across Australia now. And you know what? I can call myself an international speaker now.
So having met a lot of the advocates that are a part of our lives now, they've become friends and family to us because they are no longer colleagues. They're people that share the same goals and also have been really supportive and in turn are being supported by us, and that's what you do with a family. So we've kind of created our own community.
If I can be here tomorrow, then I can make a difference. Why make a permanent decision with temporary vision? I have a heart to give and a part to feel, but I won't see it if I stop before I start to live. I see tomorrow coming, I see the people running. They need help and there's something great in me that's been summoned. Correct the wrong that I've done, I cannot touch that, but into the arms of the ones that love me, I will rush back. I gotta keep on pushing, this is the cause I've chosen. Be here tomorrow, my new adopted slogan, I will be here tomorrow.
Three, two. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Hines. Hope you're doing well. Healthiest social media family in the game. Amy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
So, it's, first of all, for editing purposes, loudly your first and last name.
Amy Prang.
We got it. Good job. Right, Amy, tell us about the work you do in the field. What brings you to Nat Con 18, and why you do what you do?
So I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I currently work for a large healthcare company as a strategic planner, and I'm also a mental health first aid instructor, and I work for the crisis text line.
Yes.
But I do the work that I do because I have lived mental health experience, and I have probably lived with depression since I was 9, and I've had intermittent thoughts of suicide since that time. And what stands out most for me, I'll never forget in 7th grade when I was in a philosophy class where we were talking about suicide, and the teacher asked us why people might take their lives. And I raised my hand and I gave my reason, and he told me, no, that's not why people do it. And that has sat with me for my whole life and has been hard. And one of the things that I have to learn as a professional who wants to help other people is that I deserve the same help. I feel like I don't share my story with my family, I do with other select people. And I don't know why I shouldn't be embraced and have the love and support that everybody else deserves, because I truly believe that people should be surrounded by support. And I've got to overcome my own challenges of just my own personal stigma that I'm a successful individual and I am not defined by my illness. And there's no reason that I need to hide behind it. I want people to know my story, and I want people to understand that recovery is possible, and you don't have to, that there is no picture of mental illness. You know, so that's my story. I want to gain the confidence to share more, and I want people to understand what it's like to live with this. And for me, it will be a lifelong mission.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
Hi, Bob.
Hello, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Look at that poster of our movie up there. Look at that. We did that.
We did that.
We did it. Bob, we are at NatCon 18, National Council for Behavioral Healthcare 2018. What gets you out of bed every morning to do the work you do, and tell us all about Centerstone?
Kevin, there's no more privileged work than, when people allow us to be part of their life story. I think about my friends who are physicians, who are teachers, who are educators, and I think the work we do in community behavioral health, the work we do where people just open up their lives to us, where people tell their stories, and I think it's so important that people share their stories with us. It's the way you've opened up a conversation, Kevin, nationally and internationally. People are telling their stories today that need to be told, that need to be heard. And it's that opportunity to be part of the work that you've started. That's what gets me up every day. It's also what keeps me up at night, is my concern sometimes about not being there when people need us to be there. Not having the services in place that we need for people, not only at Centerstone, in the areas that we're serving, but across the country and internationally, just to make sure that these lifelines are in place, our services are in place, to be there for people, with people, when they need us to be there.
Bob, thank you very much. We get your name tag there. Boom. Bob
Kevin.
Vero. Bob Vero. Centerstone, ladies and gentlemen. The film is Suicide: The Ripple Effect. We made it together.
We did.
Very thankful.
Kevin,
Love you,
thanks for letting us be part of this. It's a privilege.
Thanks
a privilege to work with you. It's a privilege
Yeah.
to know you. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. And thank you for helping this vision become a reality.
Thanks.
Take care. Bye.